Now I say snapback check. Oh, I'm rich neck. Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh? I say snapback check. Oh, I'm rich neck. Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh? Don't I look fresh? Don't I look fresh? Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh? Don't I look fresh? Don't I look fresh? Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh? Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh? Like I jumped about the shower and I'm smelling like zest. Lift your shirt up, show your breasts. If you're feeling like we do, you like your drink on ice, I'm like it need blue coat. The woman had boy been on that dumb shit. Hold on like my nigga M383, come on man. Units been my hood since I came out the pussy thuggin'. I'm a hood boy. Know I'm for staying in trouble. Bitch, shut up, bitch, I be doobie after doobie. But like, that's right, man, don't make me have to shoot you. Got my polo check. Oh, I'm rich, fresh, and my Levi's with 3 sides of bitches on my dick. Now I say snapback check. Oh, I'm rich neck. Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh? I say snapback check. Oh, I'm rich neck. Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh? Don't I look fresh? Don't I look fresh? Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh? Don't I look fresh? Don't I look fresh? Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh?
Outstanding, out the mouth of Brandon. Rhymes blasting out for the south of Cannon. Man, when I'm on the spot, lines are cocked. Flow goes pop, bout to rock your block. I drop what I got, cause I know that's hot. Since I shot out the twat, I've been up on top. It don't stop or go flop, and it just won't quit. It's the zig up on this microphone with a strong hit. On the flip, my mind is timeless. When I shine with the brightness of 99 diamonds. As I'm reclining in cars you never seen. Boys hot like kerosene, and you see I'm still grinding. Blind are your eyes if you do try to look at me. You might not see me cause I'll be sitting crookedly, hooking beats up with fantastic rapping tactics. Don't have to be an athlete to have you doing backflips.
Now I say snapback check. Oh, I'm rich neck. Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh? I say snapback check. Oh, I'm rich neck. Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh? Don't I look fresh? Don't I look fresh? Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh? Don't I look fresh? Don't I look fresh? Polo horses on my body, don't I look fresh?
First and foremost, I want to give a major shout out to my Pensacolians. I love all y'all out there, I truly do.
What they gon' say now?
It's a CD free, that's how you getting on though.
What they gon' say now?
Man, fuck that nigga, he ain't shit cool.
What they gon' say now?
I'm good, catch me later, dawg.
Hey, what they gon' say now?
I be rapping too good, catch me on that pill, you know what it is.
I've been through so much hell, everything seems like it's heading. Can't take no more losses, no more wonders or regret. You better bring up the house when you begging, cause I'm checking, disrespecting all the ones who talk shit, now you begging. Wes, can you please help me write a song? Yeah, can it cost 10, which one you want me to hop on? It costs 5 stacks just to put some drops on. Don't like to just think about all the ones who actually got on. Cause I can care less, I got big bank now. What your bitch think now, what a kid say now. I'm in my Benz right now, cause I'm the shit right now. With a model and some dro in my whip right now. Cause I don't need nobody try to slow me down. Lazy ass nigga try to hold me down. All this talking make me sick right now. Feel like slapping half of with money clips right now. The old me use extended clips right now. Buy half a key and make my pocket flip right now. According to the city, no one makes it in this area. Made the takeover and that bitch broke barriers. What you gon' say now? What you gon' say now? Bitch niggas can't move cocaine right now. Bitch niggas talk shit, get the K right now.
What they gon' say now?
It's a CD free, that's how you getting on though.
What they gon' say now?
Man, fuck that nigga, he ain't shit cool.
What they gon' say now?
I'm good, catch me later, dawg.
Hey, what they gon' say now?
I be rapping too good, catch me on that pill, you know what it is.
What they gon' say now? Bitches, get to put me on your mixtape right now. Nigga, play my music, play it twice. Oh yeah, that's my DJ. You know he ain't shit.
Oh yeah, push that replay.
Where's your next show? I'm about to come through. Hey. Fuck the nigga, I ain't coming. He has no clue. Fuck that nigga. How the hell he got on?
Man, fuck that nigga. Book me for the 40, yeah, fuck that nigga.
Look what he said on Facebook.
Yeah, that's great.
The chance I gave you from promos to mixtapes. Even charge hood prices, get right. Now busting heads now, stand right. The winners that we shall face, overcome. From New York to ATL, where I'm from. People I know use me from right to left. Even booked me for a show and still left. Ain't started in the room for my own kind. Can't believe my own people won't let me shine. They want me to fall and decline. They don't really give a fuck, they out of line. What you gon' say now?
I'm straight.
What you gon' say now?
I'm good.
What you gon' say now?
Straight, bro.
What you gon' say now? Let's go.
What they gon' say now?
It's a CD free, that's how you getting down though.
What they gon' say now?
Man, fuck that nigga. He ain't shit, cool.
What they gon' say now?
I'm good. Catch me later, dawg.
Hey. What they gon' say now?
I be rapping too good. Catch me on that page. You know what it is.
Sorry to end it like this, folks, but you already know what it is, man. You been hating my ass for 10 years. I ain't going nowhere, fuck niggas. I ain't going nowhere, fuck niggas. I've been doing this shit, you pussy ass motherfuckers. And I'ma end it like that, cause I'm good too.
What would happen if you didn't follow the established path? Would you feel scared or proud? Could you explain that helping the people of Peru improve their own community would also have an effect on your own? Would you rather make your own way or spend a lifetime saying, what if? Life is calling. How far will you go? Peace Corps. To find out more, call 1-800-424-8580 or go to peacecorps.gov.
Welcome to the Real News Network. I'm Sharmini Pires coming to you from Baltimore. Greece is in the situation they're in, burdened with a huge debt that they cannot pay, is because there's no legal framework for writing down debt owed to the IMF, ECB, and intergovernmental bodies, writes Michael Hudson in an article he penned in Counterpunch. So where do we go from here? To answer this question, I'm joined by Michael Hudson. He's a former Wall Street economist and a distinguished research professor at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. He's the author of Bubble and Beyond and Finance Capitalism and Its Discontents. Michael, as usual, we'd love having you here.
Good to be here, Sharmini.
So, Michael, give us a take on what you're writing here in Counterpunch in terms of that there's no mechanism in place to write down debt, which Greece has been asking for 5.5 months now.
Well, the United States and Europe have a long body of law going back hundreds of years to deal with public bankruptcy, with private sector bankruptcy. Individuals have bankruptcy laws to free themselves from debt. Corporations go broke all the time, and they go to court, and debts are written down. But government debts are something different. There is a deliberate anarchy that's been imposed, especially since World War II, to prevent any discussion of governments writing down debt. And the idea is that if the world's bondholders, and basically we're talking about the 1%, if the 1% can stop any court from writing down debts, then there's only anarchy if any government says we can't pay. And it's obvious that a lot of governments can't pay, above all right now Greece. And normally, governments have been able to renegotiate debts with bondholders. There's a market in government bonds, and the marketplace has moved down Greek government bonds to about 30 cents on the dollar. And that means that the markets believe that maybe Greece can pay a third of the debts that it has, but not more. But the central banks have something else in mind. And it's not really economic, and it's not really financial. It's political. And if you look at how Europe has been organized, Europe doesn't have any common organization. There's no real parliament able to set European-wide tax rules or regulatory rules or anything else. There's only one European organization that can set policy, and that's the European Central Bank. And the European Central Bank, like central banks everywhere, are run by the commercial banks. And in Europe, they're run by the ultra-right wing. So we're talking about a right-wing extremist policy, and they believe essentially in Chicago school privatization. And what's at issue isn't really whether or not Greece can pay the debts or not. Everybody knows that it can't. Yesterday, U.S. Treasury Secretary Lew came out and said Greece needs a write-down. It can't pay the debt. A week ago, the International Monetary Fund said we will not make any more loans with the European Central Bank to Greece because it can't pay. Everybody realizes it can't pay. But the European Central Bank has taken what is very nearly a fascist position. It says what we are after isn't to collect the debts. We know Greece can't pay. It can't earn the money to pay that is. What it can do is sell off its islands. It can sell the Parthenon. It can sell its land. It can sell its gas rights in the Aegean. It can sell its radio stations and television stations. It can sell its roads to people that we appoint. Now, just imagine that all of a sudden there was a financial crisis in America, and Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey or Mayor Rahm of Chicago were put in charge of selling off the public domain. They'd sell to their cronies. They'd sell to their insiders, and that's what the European Central Bank has told Greece. So, like last year, the right-wing parties that ran Greece had agreed to privatize their gas rights. Half of the privatization that was scheduled was supposed to be the gas pipeline. The largest bidder was Gazprom of Russia. And the ECB said, no, we're going to operate on behalf of the Cold War. You have to sell to our appointees at a fraction of the price the Russians paid because they're the people who we're backing. And Greece said, wait a minute, you're telling us to sell to the not only to sell off the public domain and privatize to people who are now going to charge for the roads, charge for public health, charge for the island, and to drain us, but you want us to sell to the crooks that the Greek people have just thrown out. They've accused the ECB of backing the most anti-democratic. Quite frankly, they're gangsters. And from the very beginning, the problem, looking backward, that Syriza and Varoufakis and Tsipras had was they believed that the European Central Bank was going to operate in its self-interest and believe what the IMF said. You have to write down the debt. But instead, the intention of the European Central Bank was saying, we're in control. And if you don't do exactly what the previous parties did, the parties that were voted out of power, if you don't sell off your land and privatize, and you have to basically wipe out the pensions, you need 30% of your population to emigrate within 2 years. You have to create a permanent crisis. If you don't do this and agree to it, we're going to wreck your banks. And,
Michael, the no vote, clearly the Greek people indicated that they don't want to accept these terms. So as your article is titled, where do we go from here?
Well, where we go from here is, number one, we need some sort of a new international organization to adjudicate how much can a country pay. All of this was done in the 1920s. When Germany couldn't pay reparations, and this is ironic that Germany was a beneficiary of this in the past, the world said, okay, we're not. If we try to bankrupt Germany anymore, we're going to bring the Nazis into power. So they created the Bank for International Settlements under the Young Plan in 1929 to say how much can a government afford to pay. And they created this, and the Young Plan and the Bank for International Settlements scaled back German reparations to what the country could pay. And the guiding philosophy of this was put forth by John Maynard Keynes. And he said, if a creditor has a claim on a government, it's the job of the creditors in Europe to say, to tell Germany, here are the exports we're willing to take. The creditor has an obligation to tell the debtor how it can pay without simply sacrificing the land and just selling off the assets. And all of this, this theoretical background as to the capacity to pay has been stripped away from the economics curriculum. I have a summary of all of this in my book, Trade, Development, and Foreign Debt, which summarizes the 1920s debate. But at that time, you had a whole mechanism. After World War II and today, you have such a movement to the right wing that it's essentially left no alternative for a government to ask for an honest broker. Now, we know the IMF can't be an honest broker because it's run by, traditionally by a Frenchman, and the French are and have been major holders of Greek debt. So they're taking an inherent conflict of interest in trying to settle the Greek debt. There has to be a brand new organization to set what are the rules for debts that are valid and debts that are invalid. The Greeks, 3 weeks ago, had a debt truth commission, and they said, look, these debts are odious debts. The money that was ostensibly paid to Greece wasn't paid to Greece at all. It was paid to the French banks and the German banks and other European bondholders. Greece didn't get any of this money. It's as if, suppose that you have a house and a bank comes to you and said, and you think you own the house free and clear, and a bank comes to you and says, well, you have to pay us a mortgage because somebody in the next block just took out a mortgage on your house. And so now you have to pay it. And you can say, wait a minute, I didn't take out that mortgage. There was no basis for that. I never signed anything. That's what Greece is saying. When Papandreou, the former prime minister, said he wanted a referendum 4 years ago about the loan to Greece, Angela Merkel and the French president, Sarkozy, said, you can't have a referendum. They'll vote no. So they knew that what they were doing was anti-democratic. So the Greeks now are the only court they have to go to is the European Court of Human Rights, and they intend to go to the European Court and to say this is an odious debt. We don't owe the money. And, of course, it'll take years and years for them to say that. They're going to the European Court of Justice and saying that they're not treated as a country should be treated. They're singled out because basically the European Central Bank says you have to follow the right-wing policy that our bank clients want and basically the crooks behind us want. And essentially the European Union has been captured by a group of financial gangsters. That's
Michael, let's take up this issue you're raising about odious debt, what it means, and then what Greece can actually do in our second segment. Thank you so much for joining us.
Fair enough.
And thank you for joining us on the Real News Network.
This is Lindell Williams, CEO of Hater Free Entertainment. Shout out to my girl, Robin Lynn. Thanks for keeping the vibes live. Keep it going. Oh.
He got power, man. You ain't never seen it like this. Power, man. Words make the world exist. He got power, man. He can turn your situation around. I've seen him do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I've seen the Lord do a lot of things in my day. Time after time, he blows my mind and builds my faith. I like to read and to see what he's done in the past. He can do in the present if his people would ask. I've seen him shut a whole strip down, full of strip clubs. Now dude is a Christian now. Wow, now that's power like you never seen. How he dug in that man and made his soul clean. I've even seen him heal a broken home. Couple couldn't get along. Now you be like, get him wrong. Man, I'm so impressed with his slate. I wanna trust him more and more and strengthen my faith. Yes, I hope you know it's true. All power's in God's hands. What can't you make it through? The proof is the God man. Nobody took his life, but Jesus, he laid it down. And 3 days later, yes, he popped out of the ground. He got power, man. You ain't never seen it like this. Power, man. Words make the world exist. He got power, man. He can turn your situation around. I've seen him do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Power, man. You ain't never seen it like this. Power, man. Words make the world exist. He got power, man. He can turn your situation around. I've seen him do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Now for the record, we're talking about all Almighty God. Please don't forget what he did with Moses' rod. Please don't forget when he split the Red Sea. What is a light bill or a dead?